Hi, welcome to my channel, Reader Woman. My name's Judy, and let's talk book tags. I came across the 2019 Mid-Year Freakout Tag. Okay, first off, I'm not freaked out. I did not set up a TBR. I mean, my overall goal for the year is just to read 36 books, which isn't that much. And I'm behind, but so what? You never know when a reading frenzy will take hold of you and you'll suddenly have read 8 books. So, but I like the tag, so I thought I'd do it. The first question is, best book you've read so far in 2019? My feeling is the best book I've read is The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead. I liked it on many, many levels. As an American, I thought it brought to light slavery in a different way. It really kind of said, you know, as a nation calling, you know, the right, our freedom, you know, what is that? And what was it based on? And basically, you know, we stole the land that we planted on, and we used black slaves from Africa to make money. So, so it is our original shame as Americans, and I thought he did a great job in a very unique and stirring way. Number 2. Best sequel you've read so far this year? Definitely Poldi and the Vineyards of Etna by Mario Giordani. Giordana, sorry. I've really enjoyed the series. Granted, there's only 2 in the series so far, but I have a feeling there will be many more. Poldi, the character, is a great creation. This German in Sicily, in a small town in Sicily. I thought that the story within story, her telling her what's going on in her life to her nephew who's trying to write a family history and who's down the road writing this story about his aunt and adding, anyways, it's light, fun, and I thought quite enjoyable. In fact, I came across to buy at Barnes & Noble the other day, and I bought the first one for $7. So, I know. I said I was getting rid of all my mysteries, and I did. I got rid of all my mysteries, and yet I decided to collect those. Inconsistency, it's not to be sneezed at. Okay. New releases you haven't read yet but want to. Well, I'm going to save this question because it's basically the books that is for the 15. Which books do you need to read before year's end? Those books are the same. So we'll wait till number 15. Number 4. Most anticipated forthcoming releases. I had to do some research. I am not a new book reader for the most part until recently. So, 1, a guilty pleasure, is Ellen Hilderbrand. I have been enjoying her for many years, and she's coming out with a new one, I think July, or the end of this month, Summer of '69. So I'm looking forward to adding that to my collection. And also, Jeanette Winterson's Fran Kiss Stein. I am really looking forward to that. I have been a huge fan, although I haven't read her deeply, but her Why Be Happy When You Could Be Normal just resonated. It was definitely the best book of the year that I had read when I read it, which has been a couple of years ago. But I thought it was brilliant and thought-provoking, shocking, of course. But it's like, I thought it was nice in the fact it gave me another look at someone who had a desperately unhappy childhood. I did not. And, you know, talking to friends, you find out that some of them did. And it's hard to really imagine what they've gone through. And she most certainly did in that book. So yeah, I'm looking forward to her new one, and maybe adding her on my list of longer term reads. Number 5, biggest reading disappointment of the year so far. Well, for my book club, we were supposed to read Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. It's a valid book. You know, do I feel better for knowing how sleep helps us? Yes, I think I feel a little bit wiser about the mechanism of sleep, how it regenerates our body and our minds. But I could not get through that thing. And like I said at the time when I talked about it in an earlier video, it's like, I no longer can take being beaten down by an author on one health topic. It takes a lot more than just one aspect of our lives to make ourselves healthier. So, so I was disappointed. I thought I was really going to enjoy it, and I just didn't and couldn't even make it through it. Number 6, biggest surprise, and that had to be Alias Grace by Margaret Atwood, another book I had to read for my book club, which I was kind of dreading. I'm not a huge fan of Margaret Atwood. I've read a few things, a couple of things, but not much. And from the very beginning, Alias Grace grabbed my attention, kept me on a psychological dither. So yeah, it was a really good surprise. It got me reinvigorated for reading. Your favorite debut novel or work of the year? You can see which way my mind goes. I've only really read one that I know of, and that would be Thin Air by Lisa Gray. I still gives me a chuckle thinking about this Scottish author writing about LA. Newest fictional crush. Newest favorite fictional character. I wrote down Flavia de Luce from The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie by Alan Bradley, but in reality I'm not sure that that's true. I haven't read it. I don't feel a need, an urge to read more of them, so maybe not. A book that made you cry. You know, none of them have made me cry. However, Alias Grace made me put it down because of the tension and dread that it built up in me. And I just literally, okay, I've had enough of that for the night. I'll read on it tomorrow. I had to do that a couple of times. So while it didn't make me cry, it most certainly made me stop and think and put it away for a moment. A book that made you happy. I don't know that I really read a book that made me happy this year. But once again, the Poldi books, I've read both the first and the second one this year, and I've really enjoyed it. They make me laugh. So I don't say they make me happy, but they make me laugh. Favorite book to film adaptation so far. Now, I haven't seen a lot of films this year, But the miniseries that was done a couple of years ago, Alias Grace, that's on Netflix, I thought was very powerful. I thought that it did an excellent job of recreating the novel, and perhaps, I don't know, going deeper in depth, but allowing the density of the book to show through. And, you know, I had a few quibbles, but outside of that, I thought it was excellent. Favorite review you've written, or or made a video of and uploaded to BookTube so far this year. And basically my BookTube review of Alias Grace. I like that the best. I had a lot to say. And what really kind of took me by surprise was how it really reinvigorated my desire to read. I've kind of been on a little Blawsville, and so yeah, kind of gave me the push I needed. The most beautiful book you've acquired so far this year. And it's not beautiful because of its cover, and unfortunately I don't have it down here with me. It's 1,000 Books to Read Before You Die by James Mustich. I really, like I said, the cover is plain. It's just type. But once you open it and you have pictures of the covers, the book covers, and you have pictures of the authors, and some in color, some in black and white, it's visually filling, as well as well written and edited and annotated. And so I'm really looking forward to getting into that a lot more than I have so far. And then number 15, which books do you need to read before the year's end? Well, definitely I am gathering TBR. I'm going to be doing a buddy read with Alba at Seriella in August. We're going to read Persuasion by Jane Austen. Not a new read, but it'll be fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. I also want to get in, I just purchased it, The Pioneers by David McCullough. I have learned to love David McCullough's writing. He is, ever since I read, gosh, what's his name? John Adams. I had to sit down and read it again. And I thoroughly enjoyed his book on the Wright brothers. So I look forward to reading this new history of his. And the other one I want to get done is Possessed by Memory by Harold Bloom. Also a new book for this year. So things that I want to get done for this year. And I'm going to be adding off the subject, but it's the one way I'm going to try and use 1,000 Books to Read Before You Die. I'm going to go through it. Perhaps alphabetically might be easier. And start deciding which books I do need to read and get them on a serious TBR so that I tackle the books that give me pleasure, but also you know, hopefully widen my my literary education. So anyways, I'm looking forward to that. I hope you enjoyed this tag. If you do, consider yourself tagged, although everybody's doing it. I enjoyed it, and have a good night or afternoon, whenever you're watching this, and I'll be back soon. Take care. Bye.